Hello and welcome to Qubit Networks Tech Talk for February 2022. I'm Josh Mandeville, the CTO of Qubit Networks. So this month, I have some special guests with me, Ron Pelletier and Dylan Hutchison from Pondurance. I've known Ron for going on about, I think it's 8 years, and he's one of the founders of Pondurance. Pondurance helped me out when I was a network admin and HIPAA security officer at a hospital. I remember him helping me with compliance, procedures, pen test, you name it. He was helping me with it. He was a great resource, and Pondurance was awesome. I met Dylan, and I've been working with him in Pondurance over the last 6 months or so, and Qubit is partnering with Pondurance now because they do such great work. So now that I've introduced you guys, how are you guys doing today?
Oh, great, Josh. I appreciate you having us on here, and anything we can share and with the community, we're happy to do so.
Awesome. How about you, Dylan? Do you want to pipe in, or are you gonna stay muted?
No, doing great. No, definitely excited to put this together, share it with the community, and just want to reiterate how excited we are for the partnership with Qubit. Love working with you guys. Thank you.
I really appreciate it. So Ron, I've known you for quite a while. You're one of the founders of Pondurance. Are you the founder, or?
So I'm the founder of the brand. Back in 2008 is when I started the company.
Okay. So for those who are watching and don't know, can you tell me a little about your journey at Pondurance?
Yeah, what a journey it's been. Hard to believe that much time has passed. And so I found myself in the financial crisis, out of a job and needing to do something. Well, nobody was hiring at that time, so I started a company. That seemed to be the logical thing to do, at least something that would keep me busy. And interestingly, it was supposed to be an interim thing until I got a real job, and then more work kept coming along. So I figured, well, this is what I'm supposed to do, and it's been, like I said, a great ride. You fast forward a little bit, I was able to meet some great people and partner with some wonderful people, and a couple of folks to name: Landon Lewis, who's our chief technology officer, and Dustin Hutchison, who leads all of our delivery from an operations perspective. Just going through the journey with them, Landon actually built our platform as we transition more to a managed services organization. So we still do the advisory. That's what Pondurance does. We do the full gambit of security services, from the managed detection response on the managed side to everything from the pen testing, application testing, and CISO advisory, compliance testing, et cetera. So that's been our journey. As we've identified in the past as a advisory services company, then an advisory services company doing managed services. Now it's a managed services company that still does great advisory work. And fast forward again into the 2020 timeframe, and we were looking for a way to infuse some capital in the market and continue to grow. And we were able to catch up with a great private equity firm by the New Light Partners, and that has really ushered us into a new era of market share, as well as just continue to build on some of the momentum that we already had in terms of technology and the overall solution. And so that's allowed me to this deal with New Light Partners to I don't want to say step back a little bit, but still be the face of the firm and still be able to provide great customer service. But it's ushered in great leadership, for us to take us to the next level, which is really exciting. Doug Howard, our chief executive officer, and Lyndon Brown, our chief strategy officer, just to name a few. It's been a great journey.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I would never imagine starting a business and ending up where you are. That's just an awesome journey.
Yeah, it's everyone's dream.
It's a testament to the great work you do, to be honest.
Thank you.
It was going to be an interim thing, but when you do good work, the word gets around.
Yeah, it became a labor of love. That's really what it was. I threw everything into it. It's been, I've been very passionate about it, and I've worked with very passionate people, who have, helped carry it forward, which has been great.
Sure. Dylan, do you want to share your journey at Pondurance at all?
Yeah, for sure. So I joined Pondurance about 4 years ago on the sales side. I was an intern under Braden McCann and the rest of the sales team, and luckily after a stint from an internship, Ron and team felt that I could come on full time, and I've been learning from them ever since. So I've definitely followed Ron, and he's been a great mentor, through my time at Pondurance, and really allowed me to work with a lot of cool organizations, such as you guys. Just the reason that we're talking is because of the great work that he did years ago. But no, it's been a blast, really learning with the company and being able to solve a lot of security issues.
Great. I thought I'd ask a few questions in this day and age of ransomware and pen testing, MDR, EDR, incident response teams. Can you shed some light on the current landscape and many different avenues? How you need to be prepared, not just from a technical perspective, but insurance, legal, all those avenues. I know you guys touch on all of that. It's great information that we're just diving into, and
Sure.
honestly, we're pretty surprised by how all that went into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a complex industry now, and it's come a long way. It used to be something that, well, we've got to think about security, or we have to have a person who's doing this, all the way to now where it's got to be at the forefront of your strategic conversations. You have to really fend off this epidemic of ransomware attacks that have certainly taken hold, especially in the last 3 or 4 years, especially. So yeah, so it's no longer just let's get a security incident event management system, a SIM system in, and have somebody monitor that on occasion. It really has to be a front and center, 24/7, very deliberate team group that you have to be able to do the type of defense that's required. A very dynamic level of defense that incorporates very strong prevent where you can in terms of control, but also very dynamic detect, so that you can respond rapidly and move to where the attackers are going. And so, it's really evolved from that, just let's rely on technology, to let's make sure that we use technology as a great enabler, but make sure that we're relying on, the human, because our adversaries are human. We have to counter humans with humans, and that provides the best prospect if we can make them stronger with technology. So that's really where things have evolved. As far as the types of outbreaks, that we've seen. Obviously, ransomware is just really on everyone's mind. I think the latest stats are something that an attempted ransomware attack occurs something like every 14 seconds, which is just astounding. When you think about it. Yeah, so
That's
it's
nuts.
yeah, it really is. So you just really have to be on your toes, and really take a lot of pain to a lot of effort to reduce, say, the attack surface, right? Make sure that you reduce the likelihood to the greatest possible level that doesn't overdo it, right? There's still a balance you need to maintain. You can't over-engineer your security program. Conversely, you can under-engineer it. So you really got to find that that balance where you're fending off the attackers at the right investment, the right level of effort to make sure that you can still concentrate on what makes you successful as a business.
And I just talked to someone this afternoon about, a few years ago they were looking at a SIM and tried getting a SIM, and how unprepared they were to monitor a SIM. And I was like, yeah, hasn't the world changed? They're looking at MDR, they're looking at EDR, and they're like, we need people. They said the exact same thing. We need people watching people, or combating people, because that's the truth of the matter. You have people trying to breach, and technology is a great tool, but you need people watching it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question.
Do you guys have anything that you would like to add about anything you're seeing past ransomware? Is there another big scary gotcha yet?
I think that I love to direct you to our website where you can see some of the things that we outlaid for predictions for 2022. I won't go into all of those, right now, but, one that we're really seeing, come out more and more, and we're going to start, writing about it, is that, we're seeing these evolved actor groups that are just continuing to find ways in, right? There's always a counter to a control. So whereas 3 years ago, something like multi-factor authentication, was even a fringe, type of thing. Boy, that's a real distraction. We'd like to have it, but now it's a must. If you want to try to get cyber insurance, if you want to, fend off, reduce your attack surface, then that becomes a must-have. We really a no-brainer. But now we've got the counter, by the attackers, right? Here we put a fence up. Now they're getting a ladder to climb over the fence, and we're seeing groups like there's one group, Karakurt is one of the newer threat actors, been operating since around the September 21 timeframe, that are really going after and trying to find these zero-day vulnerabilities, at the edge on VPN devices, appliances, and if they can find their way there, well, they can and exploit something that hasn't been seen, then they can easily jump into the soft center of the network and continue to escalate their privileges. If they can scrape the credentials off there and there's an admin, cred that they can find, they can jump anywhere within. So they're looking for, that quickest, that least path of resistance. There's a lot of effort in that, but as they start to put their resources toward, those sorts of endeavors, then it creates a better prospect, for them in terms of payouts. So, they've got a fence. Now we've got to put wire up, right? They're going to get a taller fence, and we've got to do something else. And eventually they're going to tunnel underneath. And so we've got to continue to stay dynamic in what we're trying to accomplish. So managed detection and response provides a great opportunity to thwart even, the zero-day attacks, because we can see anomalous things in the internet when we're working at the network level, through network security monitoring, or we're doing SIM, at the device level as the correlation of system activity. And then, of course, the host, be able to have strong prevent from a malware side, but then a good forensic capability and visibility into that level, so that we can see, a full 360, and making sure that we're thwarting, those types of targeted attacks.
Yeah, that to me, that the whole package is key these days, and you guys do it great, and that's why we're partnering with you.
Appreciate that, and our customers are great too. They make it easy because they appreciate what we do. They listen, and it makes for a great collaborative effort. Right? They do what they're good at, and then they allow us to come in and do what we're good at, and then as a team, it's a great combination.
I just want to thank you guys for all the information. And if anybody wants to get a hold of Pondurance or Qubit, let us know. We'll get them. I'm going to put links in the videos for your guys' website. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
This was
thank
great.
you, Josh. Thanks for having us, and you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.